Welcome back to We're Not Really Here. I'm Natalie Pike and I am joined by Jim Whitley and Kevin Horlock. So City have been beaten by Brighton. The final score there, 3-2 down at the Amex on tonight's game. So as Ali Man said at the end of commentary there, we're still champions. This game didn't actually matter in terms of us being champions. We are still Premier League champions and we still will pick up our trophy on Sunday. But we are going to have a little chat back about that second half. So, first of all, it started so promisingly. Philip Walter Foden. I love it when I drop in his middle name. I love it. I love a 20-year-old called Walter. Philip Walter Foden made it 2-0 after a few minutes, and I've got another confession for you all. I missed the goal in the first half because I went to the toilet. I missed a goal in the second half because I went to get a cup of tea. So absolute schoolboy errors for me, but thankfully I got to see the goal back because, wow, what a world-class goal from that boy. Kev, it was an astounding goal from him.
Yeah, it's what we've come accustomed to with Phil Foden. For me, he's improved his game so much, not just technically with the ball. I think he's always been able to do that from the clips we've seen of him as a kid, but he just looks so strong when he's running with the ball now. He's elusive, he's not rapid, but he's quick enough to get away from people. And what finish, by the way, a little bit, not off the cuff, but a little bit Thierry Henry-like, a little toe poke. It was a smashing goal.
Do you think that could be perhaps a goal of the season contender, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's the fact that he ran so quickly with the ball. It's a very difficult thing to do. I was talking to Kev earlier about it. Kids, anyone watching this, practice running with the ball because he makes it look easy. It's not that easy to run full pace, somebody chase you in the corner and to still move left and right and still have the ability to get some kind of finish on it. It's technically very difficult, and he's been fantastic. I'm running out of superlatives for him because he's been he's been incredible this season. He just keeps getting better and better, and that is fantastic goal.
Yeah, and for anybody that didn't see it, that wasn't watching it live, he picks it up in our half and just runs with it, and it ends in a goal. Absolutely phenomenal. And that was clearly the highlight of then what became a pretty bad second half, because at 2-0 up, we ended up losing the game 3-2. So, Kev, how concerned are you in terms of what the game was? We knew the game didn't actually matter to us. It didn't actually matter to them in terms of the table and points and us winning the league and them staying up. But are you concerned at all about the fact that we did concede 3 second half goals?
A little bit, yeah. Obviously, it's not ideal, is it, to concede so many goals in the last 2 games? Pep would be fuming, I imagine. The big factor for me tonight was the sending off. I still thought Manchester City would go on and dominate the game, and for whatever reason, let's give Brighton a little bit of credit as well, because apparently they don't like Tuesday nights. They liked this Tuesday night, didn't they? I thought they played quite well. They looked dangerous. For me, out of all the games I've witnessed this season, I think that's the most defending we've had to do. We looked a little bit disjointed at times and under the cosh. I don't think we had to defend that much against PSG, but the sending off was pivotal. It took away the opportunity for Manchester City to do what they like to do, and that's have overloads all over the pitch, and we struggled to get out at times and defended for long periods. So it's a shock of result, I must admit. Am I concerned? No. I think we go again Sunday, crowd back in at the Etihad, and a trophy to pick up, and hopefully finish off the season with a win, and then look forward to the big one.
How much, I know it's a bit of a cliche to talk about momentum, but how much is momentum important at this point in the season? And I'm thinking in terms of just keep winning because you get used to it and for the confidence. But do you think do you think that's going to play anything when it comes to the Champions League final?
Pep will be disappointed with that. He's a serial winner, let's say. He continuously wants to keep that going, and he won't be happy with that. Conceding that many goals in 2 games, it's not like Manchester City. And yes, granted, he's moved the team around, and as Kev said, the sending off hasn't helped. However, Pep won't be happy with that. You'd hope that they'll build and get a better result for the Everton game coming up with the Champions League looming. And yes, defensively, I was a bit surprised. They lost the engine room today. The engine room's massive. Midfield is huge for Manchester City, and Gundogan coming off as well, because he gets so many touches on the ball. He touches the ball more in one game than I have in my whole career. I tell you, he's incredible. He's incredible. And losing him is a big. I hope he'll be okay as well. Gundogan for the coming games. But will he be concerned? I'd say slightly. Yes, he will be with a number of goals conceded because they've been defensively the best. But the real group, I think he'll give him a bit of a telling off and go again for Sunday.
I really don't mind it. And you know why? Maybe it's because I'm old-fashioned. I don't mind the little glimpses like tonight of typical City. I think it's for them. The older fans will obviously be annoyed, but they'll smile and think, God, we had a lot worse than this. For the newer fans, the legacy fans that know how bad it was, that the newer fans, obviously the younger children that support Manchester City, they're not used to this. So it's nice just to give a little glimpse of typical City.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I kind of like the nerves and the tension as well. It does make, it reminds you. That's a nice way of putting it. Now, of course, we're going into Sundays, our next game, our final Premier League game. It's at home. There's going to be 10,000 Blues. We're going to pick up a Premier League trophy, and we're going to say goodbye to Sergio Aguero. I can't even start thinking about this game. It's going to be hugely emotional and special.
Yeah, it's going to be a monumental type of game, really, when picking the trophy up. Having fans in, I can't believe I'm saying that. Having fans in, it's ridiculous. And to be able to pick the trophy up, 3 biggies in the one. Massive game, memorable game, and I think all fans will be looking forward to it.
It's going to be such a high and low of emotion as well, because obviously picking up the trophy is going to be so unbelievable. But then knowing that it's Sergio Aguero's last Premier League game, I'm going to be in bits, I think. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, it's the end of an era, isn't it? He's been incredible signing. And better than that, getting a thing out the front, a monument of himself, and rightly so, a statue. He deserves it. He's been, for me, the best Premier League striker over the last 10 years. There's no question. The goals he scored, not just the goals, the important goals. And it'd be a bad or a big miss for the football club, but unfortunately all good things come to an end, Nat. So it'll be a sad day, but hopefully it's one that the lucky 10,000 can celebrate and just fondly remember the moments that he's given this football club.
Those moments, I mean, the greatest moment that we'll ever see in Premier League history, perhaps the greatest foreign Premier League player of all time, one of the greatest Premier League strikers of all time, my favourite player of all time, obviously, which is the big one. Sorry, guys. He's just been, he's down in the history books. He's a genuine legend, and I can't even believe we're going to be saying bye to him. I just don't want to. I
think you'll have a lot of fans shedding tears, I'm afraid, and grown men shedding tears, and I'm probably one of them, to be honest. They come down again where you have to kind of bow your hands down and think he was a little genius, to be fair. The goals he scored, the amount of goals and the quickness he's done he's been incredible. A credit to watch. I think you talk about the old guard, Kev. I think we've been lucky enough to see some very, very good players come around. There's been statues made of players, and we've been lucky to see such a wealth of talent at Manchester City, which I'm glad some of the fans have seen us back in the day. They can appreciate some actual good talent coming through, and it's fantastic to watch.
Look, and the club will evolve. Look, obviously, Aguero has been massive for us. We've had this moment when Vincent Kompany left, and everyone thought, what we're going to do now, and along comes Diaz. We've seen it when Silva's left, David Silva. What we're going to do now? Phil Foden's arrived. So is there someone there that's going to either come to the club or come through the ranks of the club? I'm sure there will. Hard boots, big boots.
You can't replace
boots.
You
can't
get
replace
someone
him, but
different.
someone else.
Like
yeah.
there's David Silva's. You can't replace that, but you can get someone of different ilk, and that's what's happened. As is Diaz. You won't get another Aguero. He's just a magic man. But
what a day! Fans back in 10,000. Them lucky 10,000. I'm jealous, I must admit, and I know there would have been thousands. Look, people joke about Manchester City, don't they? Empty had and all that. Look, let me tell you now, if you're watching, this place would have been full to the rafters, and there'll be thousands outside that want to be in here as well. So don't believe that nonsense that rival fans say about this football club. They're in their numbers. They always have been. They always will be. This will be 10,000 people, but look, everyone's heart will be at the Etihad come Sunday.
And giving our hearts to Sergio Aguero, celebrating a phenomenal career, celebrating him, emotionally saying goodbye to him, and then having these sort of other elation side of emotions as we pick up the Premier League trophy again. It doesn't matter how many times we do it, every time is unbelievably special, and I cannot wait to see us lift it again.
Yeah, and I think this season in particular, because it has been a bonkers season, I think even tonight you've just seen Brighton beat Manchester City. It's been such an unbelievable season. I think Pep will remember this one more than any others because he's had to almost dig deep from being such low at the beginning of the season to find himself winning the league. And I feel, I was going to say I feel gutted from, but in the fact that we would have celebrated, Milan would have celebrated hard winning something like this. But they've got to hang fire. They've got to think, look, we've got another trophy. And it's something they've had to do continuously after every game, as opposed to we'll go and celebrate we won a game. That has to be bin. They have to concentrate early to bed and go again. And so they'll be very professional again, even though they'll be celebrating with fans. I know the fans will celebrate, but they've still got to go again.
So we're looking ahead to Sunday. We cannot wait already. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. I'm so excited. Right, before we finish today, of course, we've got Mystery Blue. And we had guests, three guesses across us, all completely different looking players. So genuinely, I don't think we have a clue who this is. So let's have a look at Mystery Blue if you're wondering who it is at home. So the answer of tonight's Mystery Blue is...
Yes, I said that, didn't I? Yes. I said that, didn't I?
You said Carlos Tevez.
No, I said Robinho, didn't I? I said Robinho before we guessed, and I'll let Jim have that one.
You said Carlos Tevez. What did you say? Robinho. Congratulations. First time here, and he's won. You must be gutted.
No, when the pixels get taken away, it looked obvious, didn't it? It looked obvious.
Well, 100% record. Congratulations.
But I thought we was looking at the player in the background. That was Tevez.
Yeah, thank you. I
was wrong. I was right to take it. I was wrong.
Right, thank you all for joining us tonight on We're Not Really Here. It's been a pleasure, guys. Are you going to come back or only if he's not on?
Do you know what? I'm glad I've managed to make it without getting dragged halfway through. But it would have given me some bad memories, to be fair.
To be fair, I've loved having Jimmy. But will you do me a favour? Ring me up when I'm getting in bed tonight and tell me that Gareth Taylor story one more time. Please.
Kev, you got Robinho wrong.
So we will be back here on Sunday. And to be honest, Kevin Horlock might still be sat here as he tries to get out of the jumper that he is wearing. which, by the way, he's only put on to impress his kids. So Kevin Horlock's kids.
My lad.
He doesn't know who FaZe Clan are. He's just trying to impress you.
My lad Keegan loves FaZe Clan. I'll bring it home for you, mate. I'll bring it home for you.
And it will fit his 14-year-old son.
No, it'd be too tight for him probably as well.
But thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. So, it wasn't our night tonight down on the South Coast, but we are still Premier League champions. We go again on Sunday as we pick up our Premier League trophy. And we will be here for We're Not Really Here before, and we hope that you'll join us too. We'll see you on Sunday, everybody. Have a wonderful week.